Look around you. Look at the people in your office, in your community, maybe even in your own home. You see a spectrum of human endeavor. On one end, you see a quiet desperation, people going through the motions. They wake up, they commute, they work, they come home, they watch television, they go to sleep, only to do it all over again the next day. There's a sense of running on a treadmill. A lot of effort, a lot of motion, but no real forward progress. They are living, but are they truly alive? On the other end of that spectrum, you find a different kind of person. Not necessarily smarter or born into wealth or unbelievably lucky, but they possess a certain light in their eyes, a spring in their step, a resilience that seems unbreakable. When they face obstacles, they adapt. When they fail, they learn. They seem to be pulled forward by an invisible force, navigating life with a sense of purpose and direction that others can only envy. What is the fundamental, earth-shattering difference between these two groups? It is not the what, it is not the how, it is the why. For the majority of people, life is a sequence of reactions. A bill arrives, so they work to pay it. A job is available, so they take it. Society says get married, buy a house, have kids, and so they strive to check those boxes. Their entire existence is built on responding to external demands. They are living from the outside in. Their focus is entirely on what they do. I am a manager. I am a nurse. I am a student. And if you dig a little deeper, they might be able to tell you how they do it. I manage my team effectively. I provide compassionate care. I study diligently. But when you ask the ultimate profound question, why? Why do you do what you do? What is the purpose behind it all? What is the cause you serve? What is the belief that fuels your actions? That is where you are often met with a blank stare or a rehearsed superficial answer to make money, to support my family because it's what I'm supposed to do. These are not whys. Money is a result. Supporting your family is a responsibility, but it's not a unique driving purpose. Supposed to is the language of obligation, not inspiration. The few who succeed, the ones who leave a mark on the world and live with a profound sense of fulfillment, they operate in the exact opposite direction. They live from the inside out. They start with a crystal clear, deeply felt why. This why is not a manufactured mission statement cooked up in a corporate retreat. It is a deeply held belief, a cause, a contribution they feel compelled to make. It is the very reason their organization, their work, or their life exists at all. Think about the iconic figures we admire. Martin Luther King Jr. did not stand on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial and declare, "I have a plan." He had a dream. His "I have a dream" speech was a pure, powerful articulation of his why, a belief in a future of equality and justice. The what, the marches, the speeches, and the how, the philosophy of nonviolent resistance, were simply the tangible manifestations of that deeper belief. He inspired a nation not with a plan, but with a purpose. Steve Jobs and Apple. Their success wasn't rooted in simply making better-looking computers. That's a what. Their foundation was a rebellious why, to challenge the status quo, to think differently, to empower the creative individual by putting tools of immense power and beauty in their hands. Every product they designed, every marketing campaign they launched, was a reflection of this core belief. People didn't just buy Apple products, they believed in what Apple believed. They saw themselves as part of that crusade against the bland and the ordinary. This principle, what we call the golden circle, explains the fundamental disparity in influence and success. Most people in organizations communicate from the outside in. Here's what we do. It's great. Want to buy it? It's not inspiring. It's a transaction. But inspiring leaders and organizations communicate from the inside out. They start with, this is what we believe. This is our why. Then, this is how we bring that belief to life. And finally, and this is what we do as a result. This approach doesn't just appeal to the logical part of our brain. It speaks directly to the limbic system, the part that controls emotion, trust, loyalty, and decision-making. It makes people feel something. When you discover and lead with your why, several transformative shifts occur in your life. First, you gain an unshakable clarity that cuts through the noise of life. Your why becomes your North Star, your internal compass. In a world saturated with options, distractions, and conflicting advice, this compass is priceless. Which career path should I choose? Should I take this job or that one? Should I launch this product or service? The questions that once caused paralysis become clear. You simply ask, Does this align with my why? If the answer is a resounding yes, you move forward with conviction. If it's a no, you let it go, no matter how tempting it might seem on the surface. This clarity saves you years of wasted effort on paths that were never meant for you. Second, you tap into a deep, self-renewing well of motivation. When your work is an expression of your core purpose, your drive is no longer primarily external. You are not working just for the paycheck, the promotion, or the social validation. You are working because the work itself is fulfilling. It means something. The late nights, the difficult problems, the tedious tasks, they are reframed. They are no longer just obstacles, they are necessary steps on a meaningful journey. This intrinsic motivation is far more powerful and sustainable than any external carrot or stick. It's the difference between a mercenary who fights for pay and a patriot who fights for a cause. One will leave when the battle gets tough. The other will fight to the last breath. Third, and perhaps most critically, you forge a resilience that is virtually unbreakable. Every journey of significance is paved with failure, criticism, and setbacks. This is a universal law. If you are pursuing anything worthwhile, you will fall down. The person without a strong why sees failure as a verdict. It's proof that they weren't good enough, that their idea was flawed, that they should quit. They collapse under the weight of it. But the person connected to a powerful why sees failure differently. It is not a death sentence. It is data. It is feedback. It is a lesson on the path. When your belief is strong, a failure doesn't disprove your purpose, it simply informs your method. Thomas Edison didn't fail 10,000 times to invent the light bulb. He famously found 10,000 ways that didn't work. His why, to bring light to the world, was so compelling that each failure was just a stepping stone. Your why gives you a reason to get back up, to pivot, to adapt, and to keep going when everyone else has given up. So, the most critical question you can ask yourself is this: how do I find my why? Your why is not something you invent or create out of thin air. It is not a trend you follow. It is something you discover. It is already there, etched into your being, formed by your experiences, your values, and your innate strengths. To begin the excavation, find a quiet space and ask yourself these probing, honest questions. What activities make me feel most alive? When do I lose all track of time? What work feels less like work and more like a form of expression or play? This state of flow is a powerful clue. What makes me angry or sad about the world? What injustice? What inefficiency? What pain point fires me up? Your why is often found in the problem you feel compelled to solve. The wound becomes the purpose. Looking back at my life, what are the recurring themes? What challenges have I consistently overcome? What advice do people always seek from me? Your unique struggles have forged a strength in you that can serve others. If I had all the money and resources in the world, what would I do with my time? Strip away the need to earn a living. And what mission would capture your heart and energy? Your why is likely found at the beautiful, powerful intersection of what you are naturally good at, what you are deeply passionate about, and what the world genuinely needs. Starting with why is not a magic wand that eliminates all struggle. The path will still be steep. You will still face competition, have bad days, and feel doubt. But it is the ultimate guarantee that your struggle will be for something, that your journey will have meaning. It is the difference between being a ship tossed by every wave and being a submarine moving with purpose and direction beneath the turbulent surface. Your why is your anchor in the storm and your engine in the calm. It is what will attract the right people, the right opportunities, and the right kind of success into your life. So, I challenge you today. Stop the autopilot. Stop asking, what should I do? And start relentlessly pursuing the answer to, why should I do it? Find your cause. Discover your purpose. Define your belief. And then let that why be the force that guides your every decision, fuels your every effort, and lights your way forward. Because when you know your why, you become truly, undeniably unstoppable.